Welcome to the Commando Briefing, your source for the latest HHS news.
I'm Tatum.
And I'm Sarah.
And our first story explores the new dress code at HHS. We gathered faculty and student opinions, and people had a lot to say.
School's dress code has always been a controversial topic, and this year, Sumner County has made a new dress code policy for all the schools in its district.
I think it's a significant improvement over the prior dress code policy for the county. We weren't all on the same page about what we were doing.
An assistant principal at Hendersonville High School believes that the new dress code is better but has room for improvement.
The burden of enforcing dress code falls on the female administrators because more often than not, the styles and the fashion that are going to violate dress code are more often worn by females than they're worn by males.
We asked students how many times they had been dress coded and got interesting results.
Yes, I have been dress coded before, like in my high school year, like at least 6 times, 6 to 10.
I got dress coded once because the rips in my knee were too big.
I've had more near dress codes where they were just like, hey, don't wear that again, versus go change right now. So, you know, if you're respectful and everything, they'll probably just let you off with a warning.
I don't really break the dress code, so I guess it's not really a problem for me, but like, I think it's good for like the girls because it's protecting them, I guess.
In addition, the assistant principal and the students' opinions on the dress code seem to vary.
It is more equitable in the way that it describes what's expected as far as dress. I mean, whether or not that hits everyone equitably because of fashion trends is a different story, but I do think it's an improvement.
I think a lot of people want to blame the principal for the dress code, but it's always kind of been the dress code. It just wasn't enforced last year. And so now that it's being enforced, people are kind of upset about it. But I do think it's fair because we are necessarily teenagers and we shouldn't, be, wearing some of the stuff we want to always wear, I guess.
I feel like a lot of the teachers and administrators find it a lot more distracting than the students do.
Honestly, I would kind of just get rid of it. Just don't show up naked to school, Like as long as you're not naked, we should be fine because it should be normalized.
I'm Janisha Hadley reporting from Hendersonville High School.
On the topic of student speech, an exciting and unique club is joining Hendersonville High School, started by one of its very own students.
High school is the place most people meet lifelong friends through activities like sports, classes, and especially clubs. Honor societies, student government, sports, and other clubs dedicated to student enjoyment and education are all present at HHS. However, a new club is joining the ranks, started by one of the school's very own students. This new club, called Student Advocates for Speech, was started by senior Julia Garnett, an active voice in her school and her community.
I was inspired to create Student Advocates for Speech after seeing everything that was going on in my community with book banning and limits on free speech in my school in terms of book banning, and it's something that I really feel that students in my community could feel like they could be involved in, and it's something that's really important to me. So I decided to start a club to kind of share those values with the school, and I'm really excited for where it's going to go in the future.
Despite the large number of clubs already in HHS, Julia was determined to promote free speech at her school. The members and sponsors believe that free speech is necessary to spread not only in HHS, but everywhere.
Censorship is a hot-button issue. It's something that students are interested because it is controversial and there are many different opinions on the topic. So no matter your view, this is a club for everyone, and it's important to have in our community, especially, how we're going right now with book bans and book challenges and things like that. It's important to be educated, and we do see a lot of students interested in learning more about things that are taking place at our school.
In order to promote these ideas, they plan to have regular meetings to inform their members on how to advocate for themselves.
We already have a remind that people can join, so we do plan on putting up flyers with QR codes and things like that to promote our club. Holding events is another great way to involve students in our club and attract attention for things that we are interested in doing.
The members and sponsors believe that free speech is necessary to spread not only in HHS, but everywhere.
I would love to establish a community where everyone feels safe to share their ideas and beliefs, and I'd love to facilitate more discussions within our school about censorship and ways that students can take action against it. And I'd love to just build a stronger community together, and that's really what I'm looking forward to doing. I'd love for us to come together and realize that no matter what we believe, we're stronger when we join together, and Student Advocates for Speech is a great way to start that.
The goal is that with the addition of this club, Hendersonville High School will have a safe place to learn about human rights and freedoms. It also serves as a place to foster like-minded people and meet friends, making itself a significant and worthy addition to HHS. This is reporter Kane Del Savio signing off.
If this club interests you, see Ms. Harris in room 224 for the Remind Code and stay updated on the meetings and events.
Additionally, the students in Sumner County Schools recently received iPads for new learning opportunities, and our students had many opinions on them.
In addition to the positive and negative impacts on work productivity, iPads in schools offer various advantages. For students, iPads provide a range of educational resources and tools that can enhance their learning experience. They can access ebooks, educational apps, and online resources, allowing for more interactive and engaging learning. iPads also offer the ability to take notes digitally, organize class materials, and collaborate with classmates on projects. This integration of technology can help students develop digital literacy skills that are crucial for the modern world.
Have you had any bad experiences with students' iPads yet?
Not bad, but it was mischief. The first day they came back, because we started late, everybody was playing with them, and then some of the kids like to take pictures, and the district hasn't quite locked it down the right way. I figured out a workaround though.
How have iPads benefited your teaching?
Well, when we did our research projects, we were able to work in groups more easily because everybody could kind of contribute and work on the same document at the same time. And it was actually really interesting to be able to go into each student's iPad, see what they were working on. I could see common errors, and I could kind of address them as a class as a whole. And then I could also go in and be like, hey, you might want to change this or that.
Furthermore, iPads can partially benefit for students with special needs, such as those with autism. These devices can be customized to meet the specific learning needs and preferences of these students, offering inclusive and personalized learning experiences. The incorporation of assistive technologies such as speech-to-text or word prediction software can support students with autism in their communication and academic tasks.
My favorite thing about the iPads is that I get to use them in my pre-law class because we do a lot of writing in that class. So I get to just jot down things really quickly, notes, things like that, and I don't have to use paper.
Okay, what is you guys' names and how do you spell it?
I'm Jocelyn, Jocelyn. I'm Bella, Bella.
Do you think the iPads are a waste of the school board's money?
Yes. Fix our bathrooms. No.
For teachers, iPads can streamline administrative tasks and lesson planning. They can easily access teaching resources, create and distribute assignments, and track student progress through various educational apps and software. This can save time and allow teachers to focus on instruction and providing individualized support to students. While there may be concerns about the cost of implementing iPads in schools, the prioritization of student and staff well-being suggests that the benefits outweigh the financial considerations. The use of technology in education is becoming increasingly important, and integrating iPads into the learning environment can help students prepare for the digital age.
Okay. What's your name and how do you spell it?
Addison Christie, AddisonChristie.
Do you think other counties should buy iPads for their students?
Probably not.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's so useful that every single county would need to use it, if I'm being totally honest.
Yeah. All right.
Overall, the introduction of iPads to schools can have a positive impact on students and teachers, fostering a more engaging and inclusive learning experience.
While we may have iPads now, they didn't have them in the 19th century, when our fall play takes place.
That's right. Here's a look behind the scenes of the current production Pride and Prejudice.
Hendersonville High School has a fall play every year. This year, the school is presenting the play Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. It has 4 lead roles, and it's about 5 sisters from an older family who's big on marriage. Big sister Elizabeth is the most reliable for marriage. She goes to a ball and meets a man named Darcy and instantly hates him and find out he dislikes her as well.
What's your role in the play?
Jane Bennett.
What type of person is Jane?
She's very quiet and graceful, but she loves her family because she's the oldest daughter, so she just cares for her family a lot.
All right. What is most challenging about that role?
She's very quiet and she doesn't speak a lot, so there's not a lot to work with her lines. So everything's very subtle, so you have to really focus on the little moments with her.
And how did you memorize your lines?
I put all of my lines in Quizlet, so I can just go over the flashcards on my phone.
Hello, who am I here with?
Evan Alexander,
And what's your role in the play?
Mr. Bingley.
All right. And what made you want to be Mr. Bingley?
Well, I had many friends who were in the show, and I was in 12 Angry Jurors last year, and I had a lot of fun doing that, so I thought I would try it again.
And what type of person is Mr. Bingley?
He likes to have fun. He's after this one girl in the show, and his friend is Darcy, and he's trying to get his friend Darcy to find somebody too.
All right. What was most challenging about this role?
It's just all the way that they speak, it's Old English kind of.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little bit harder to understand, but it's still if you just pay attention, it should be good.
And what way best helps you to memorize your roles?
Working with other people, having them read the other person's line in the scene.
And how do you maintain your confidence while you're acting?
If I'm in a show, I just act like they're not there, in the audience.
Okay.
The cost of the play is $5 and it takes place on November 3rd, 2023 at 8 a.m. inside the HHS auditorium.
As you can see, the fall play is being put together by a group of talented cast and crew.
Next up, Addie Murray shows us the crew's perspective of this wonderful performance.
Hendersonville High School, the home of the Commandos, is also home to artistic expression such as the fall play Pride and Prejudice. The theater department is already hard at work getting the play together, and the crew especially has been a major part of this. Being a crew member entails a lot more than what most think. The crew is always in action.
This year we started rehearsing about the first day of school, and we have class every day, second block. And as we get closer and closer, we'll start putting all the technical parts together. We'll have rehearsals after school, including bringing in the crew and the people that are doing all the lights and makeup and everything else.
Addison Jordan, the stage manager, explained to us some of her duties.
So far, I've been making and updating rehearsal reports for the cast daily so they know what they've messed up on. And we've also been communicating with the costumer and choreographer so that they know everything that they need to have. And the stagecraft class has been painting the stage and making the set.
We have to do the lights, the sound, the costumes, the set.
Change and movement seem to be something reoccurring for this play and the crew. And because of this, the crew isn't just doing behind-the-scenes work for this play. Some crew members are also finding themselves on stage.
So one of my inspirations for this show this year was the musical Hamilton. I really just like maybe watching one prop and you see it come from off stage, say it's a book and it's handed to somebody, then it's handed to somebody else, and then it goes to Hamilton and he'll open it, read it, close it, and then hand it to a third person.
Using Hamilton as an inspiration, crew members like Shruti Vinay have agreed to roles that merge their jobs as crew members with characters on stage.
I've been given certain cues to follow and no lines, and I just follow those cues, come on stage, and leave.
Since being both backstage and on stage can be stressful, it is never forced upon any crew members.
And we made sure that those who wanted to be on the stage were the ones on the stage.
With the crew's major roles both on and off stage in the fall production of Pride and Prejudice, it is crucial that they receive recognition for all of their hard work.
I believe in the theater workforce in general that crew doesn't get enough recognition for what they do. But
to help recognize the crew, come see Pride and Prejudice this fall in the Taylor Swift Auditorium. This is Addie Murray reporting.
Tickets for Pride and Prejudice are on sale now during lunch. Be sure to buy some before they're gone.
While we're talking about exciting events at HHS, the effects of homecoming are still active inside our school.
That's right. Our crew went out and got students' opinions on this event.
This homecoming experience was different, but seniors have a lot more experience. Let's hear from one now.
Last year's was probably a lot better. This year was pretty lame. I don't know, I left 10 minutes in. It was pretty boring. They just played I love Taylor Swift, but they just played Taylor Swift, and I wanted to not dance Taylor Swift at the moment. That was really annoying. My boyfriend goes to Pope John Paul, so I was kind of mad that I couldn't bring an out-of-school date. That was really annoying, actually. But I mean, like, I get it, I guess.
The homecoming game was great, but let's hear from a Golden Girl who was as close to the field as you can be.
I think it was good. I think we did good. It was really fun. It was really, really fun. We did so good. They did really good. I feel like they really played hard the whole game, and they won. So it was really, really good.
Leading up to the homecoming game, we all dressed up. Let's hear from someone about that now.
I thought they were okay. I liked the Barbie one. That's about it. It was pretty different. Honestly, the last one was way worse than this one because, like, the dress-up days especially, I thought were worse. These were better. But, yeah, and we won the football game. I didn't see a whole lot of people dressing up as much as you'd think, but, you know, it's okay.
Events like this are great, but behind the scenes of how they're put on isn't as talked about. To learn more about this, we go to Sophia Hying.
Homecoming, pep rallies, parades, events that the student body knows and loves here at Hendersonville High School. But what makes all of that possible? Or rather, who makes all of this possible? The student body is the driving force behind fun at HHS, with 4 students being the core of all of it.
I'm the student body president.
I am our student body vice president.
I'm student body secretary. I am the student body treasurer.
These students commit time and energy both in and out of school to make this possible.
So we meet every day during 4th block, and me, along with the other student body officers, talk with Miss Ball and Miss Brown. We try to get everything done during school, but then also, like, for example, the homecoming dance, we stayed after school on Friday, and then we have to stay after the dance on Saturday to help get it all cleaned up.
Planning these events takes more time than most people realize. Big events like homecoming can involve a lot of prep behind the scenes.
There's a lot of little things that go into the dance and other events that a lot of people just don't really realize. We're really doing it all by ourselves.
In addition to the time spent by these 4 to plan already existing events, they also try to implement new traditions and evolve the student body.
We work really hard to make sure we're getting everyone's input. We don't just make decisions based on what we want. We try to include everyone as much as possible. I feel like our student body is usually very happy with the decisions we make.
Creating events that people love and listening to what the student body wants is a key aspect of what these student council officers do. Their personal motivation for joining student council vary, but passion is a common theme throughout.
I just love HHS, and I love to be a part of the events that go on and be part of planning.
I just really enjoy being able to give my input and having a leadership position in the school. I just really love it, and it just makes me feel really involved in the school. We all have a lot of fun planning and organizing the events.
These hardworking students truly want to make a difference here at HHS. If you want to be involved, don't hesitate to reach out.
Just DM us on our Commando Student Body Instagram, or personally, whatever works best for you. But we do love getting ideas. We just don't get a lot of them.
What an amazing tradition here at HHS. On that note, another special tradition here at HHS is Beach Week.
I'll second that. The end of this week marks the game of the season against our biggest football rival. Let's take a look at what they have in store.
The Hendersonville and Beach rivalry has been around since the home of the Buccaneers was put into the Hendersonville area over 40 years ago. Both teams are highly competitive and well matched, so the players worked hard to prepare.
I feel pretty confident. We have a pretty good team this year. I feel like we can take them. Been putting in the work every single day, keep my quarterback safe, and that's pretty much it. I think it's going to be a completely different ball game, whole new team, whole new line. I feel like we got this in the bag.
Before the game, we interviewed football players from different grades for the game on Friday, September 2nd. During the interviews, we found out the players wanted to win all their games, but especially wanted to beat Beach because of how hard they have worked.
We feel confident. Beach, they're pretty trash, so yeah, we're pretty confident. We've been watching a lot of film, practicing hard out on the practice field, so we prepared quite a bit, and we're pretty confident about the game.
The preparation for the team resulted in everybody putting in more effort for the big game.
You know, it's a special game for everybody. It's Beach Week, so it'll be fun. Just the same thing we do every week, try to get better every day and keep working hard. It's going to be a different outcome for sure, a lot different. We've worked a lot harder and we're a lot better this year. It does not matter who they have, what they've done this week to prepare. It does not matter.
This preparation also included the younger players who hadn't experienced the same thing as the older students.
Just playing my part, just trying to learn as much as I can from my upperclassmen.
People paid attention to the players, but coaches were also very excited for the game.
I'm excited. This is my 7th year of doing that as one of the coaches, and so the rivalries is exciting, and it's going to be fun. We worked hard this week. We've gotten after it, and they're ready. We have the confidence to win today or for tomorrow night. Well, it needs to be better than last year, but we're going to come out victorious. You know what? As a coach, I don't want it to be close, but we're going to come out there. We're going to smack them in the mouth because we're going to bring the boom, and we're going to do a boom dance, Big Daddy. Well.
At that point, Beach had a record of 2-2, and HHS had a better record of 3-1.
Like we always do, hard. We prepare according to the opponent. We game plan just like every other week to the best of our ability. We're ready to go. We expect to do the same thing this week, whether or not our guys play up to our ability.
Everyone thought this would be a good game, but the game didn't go as planned. The players were upset, but they are already preparing for next year. This is Sarah Murphy reporting for Commando Briefing.
Well, that's going to wrap up today's broadcast. From pre-speech to football, HHS has got it all. I think we've all learned today what it means to be a commando.
From the Commando Briefing, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Tatum.
Signing off.